Here you go. Now, recently I watched a Japanese anime work titled Steins Gate, derived from the PlayStation game work. And apparently, the framework of this anime is based on the time travel theory advocated by self-proclaimed a man of the future called John Titor, who came appeared in 2000 by his time machine from 2036. And he left various information documents about the structure of the time machine and the framework of the time travel theory. And this anime work is fully influenced by his statement and information he referenced on the internet. And this is really interesting, anime work, which gives us a chance to think about the various possibilities of time traveling, time leaping, and time machine. And the main character of this anime, Rintaro Okabe, works on hundreds of trial and error to change the fixed cruel fate and save his fellow who are doomed to be dead through the huge amount of time leaping. So I thought multiverse or parallel world theory based on the evolved interpretation was partially installed in the framework of this anime because Rintaro Okabe repeatedly moved back to the past world to make the world line diverge by his hundreds of thousands of different approaches to change the world to the world he deserved. But in this anime, there was no description about the world after Okabe left by time leaping. In short, in my impression, the world where Okabe observed is the only mainstream of the world, and other possible world lines he diverged by his different approaches is eliminated as often as he moved back to the past world by time leaping. So, for example, simply speaking, if he moves back to the past world, the world he originally existed until before time leaping is eliminated. And the past world where he moves back to turns to be mainstream of the worlds. So this is a bit different from a multiverse theory or parallel world theory based on the evolved interpretation. Apparently, the interpretation of the world of Steins Gate is based on the theory of attractor fields. So attractor field is like the width of amplitude when we assume the world line is just one string. And this width is limitation. This width of amplitude is the limitation of the possibility of the world. The things that happens within the width of amplitude will absolutely happen on one level or another. And simply speaking, unless you move to another world, it is impossible for you to change things more than a certain level. But things that are doomed to happen in the world line will absolutely happen on one level or another, or sooner or later. So in short, no matter how many times Okabe made different approaches to solve the problem of his fellow's death, he would confront the reality of the attractor fields, and the result of his fellow's death would be sure to happen. So from the wider perspective, his fellow is killed by the world line, and the world line converges on the results of his fellow's death. So this attractor field theory is pretty similar to the theory of parallel worlds or multiverse based on evolved interpretation, in the sense that there are countless world lines. But in attractor field theory, the world lines are not in progress simultaneously. So to speak, it is like a ladder lottery. So adding horizontal lines between numberless vertical lines shows the number of possibilities that you can move to another world. So moreover, regarding alpha world and beta world line in the description of this anime, these are a kind of representative world line that group a countless world line similar to alpha world line and beta world line. So it's like alpha world line has one ladder lotteries with a countless world line, similar countless world lines, and also beta world line has a different ladder rotor with countless similar world lines. And these representative world lines are also intervened by horizontal line each other. So the world history on each world line is slightly different, needless to say. So Okabe strongly recognizes this difference between the previous world and the present world. And the memory of general people with no ability of reading Steiner is adjusted in accordance with the reconstruction of the world line because of Okabe's movements, Okabe's behavior. But such a person like Okabe, with strong ability of reading Steiner, strongly feel the change of the world line. So the most important points of this anime work is like subjectivity that enables people to observe this world. It's only one. It's only one. As you can understand this theory from Okabe's behavior, Okabe's movement, when Okabe attempted time leaping, he remembers the instant that should happen in the future as the past instant in his mind. This is because subjectivity in this world exists only one, so that he can reform the past world within the permissible range of convergence of the attractor fields. So in the first place, if there were more than two subjectivities in this world, so many crucial time paradoxes will happen one after another. And so this is a paradoxical, but in order to adjust this story to fit the situation, only one subjectivity is needed in this world.